Then Tom Jones has announced that he's returning home to Britain after 35 years living in America. The Welsh singing sensation has said, "Britain's always been my home. I love coming here and I miss it more and more when I go back to LA. It's the people and the humour you can't get anywhere else." But will we all go home eventually? And what makes home home?
Well, I don't think I'd ever, as much as I love Wales and I do go back to visit my family, I don't think I'd ever go and live back at home. I like sort of moving around. I've lived in so many different places. And I just think as long as I've got Gary and Ella, I'm happy to...
Not even if Tom Jones moves back to the Bunnies?
How old were you when you left Wales?
I was 17, so...
Oh, that's quite young, isn't it?
Yeah, and I like moving around. I think I'm a bit of a gypsy, really.
What, you don't want anybody to find you or something?
If you're on the run, you're on the wrong show. See, you like that when in your... I mean, I remember when I used to move all the time, you know, my 20s when I moved back to London. I actually live now not far from where I was born. So in a way, I'm kind of at home, even though I was brought up in Kent. I can't ever imagine myself living in Kent anymore because it's like, I don't know, it's just, I don't want to, if I live in this country, I want to live in a city. I've got to live, you know, I live in London, and I was a bit tired of that, so I was going to move to Paris, and I ended up not moving to Paris because I met Mark. And, you know, if I'm thinking of somewhere else to live, it would definitely be somewhere else further away. I don't really know where that is. No, I do like moving because you get rid of stuff, don't you?
Yeah,
people.
You get rid of husbands, you get rid of that, new one. I'm a real nomad. I mean, but then as an actor, you see, you're always moving around.
You don't even know where you live now.
I know.
She doesn't.
You're always moving. You're always going to the next job. You're always, you know, and even if you bought somewhere and stayed somewhere, you can bet your bottom dollar the next job would be 300 miles away. So it doesn't really matter to me. All I care about is where my family is. Yeah. You know, that's all I care about. My Ollie and my Keeley and my mum and my brother. And as long as I can see them and be them, I could go to Timbuktu.
But that probably means you haven't got much stuff.
Oh,
because if you've got loads of stuff, like when I did used to move all the time, I didn't have anything. I just had a few clothes and a couple of bits and bobs. Now, I've got like a house full of stuff. And the only thing that was like putting me off moving to Paris, even though I was going to do it, was the fact that there was just all this stuff that I had to deal with and go through. And I feel like I just want to get rid of everything. Because I was thinking about it the other night for insurance purposes, and I thought, what if it all just went in a fire? I don't think I'd miss a single thing.
That was a happy night at home then, wasn't it?
But you've got to think about things like that. You know what I mean? There's stuff there that I don't think would be covered.
Well, I'm actually not a hoarder, and I don't really have much junk and stuff.
You're only 30. You can't possibly have that much stuff.
Oh, you
wait till you're 20 years time. You'll have loads of stuff.
But I would actually, I'd love to have a place in Italy. That's my dream.
Would you?
Yes.
Oh, and you're going to have all those babies
with some chickens and goats
and babies
and things. The other way around. We moved around so much when I was growing up. I mean, I think I added it up the other day. It was something like, by the time I was 15, I think I'd been in 9 different schools in 5 different countries, and we'd moved something like every 3 or 4 years. And sometimes that was countries, not just, you know, to another
Andrea,
town.
That explains a lot about you.
Why?
Always moving, never in the same school. We now know why you're the person you are, which is slightly crazy, I think.
We know
you are.
What I mean is I now want my kids to have the complete opposite. So, you know, now I've moved, I really like where I am.
You're nesting now, aren't you?
Yeah.
In your new house.
I'm not moving. Do you know, Steve took me around to... he's taken me around already to see another house.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know, I did just...
Have you just moved in?
Yeah.
Oh
just accumulate loads of stuff, right, and just fill the house so that when it comes to move, you go, oh, I just can't be bothered with this stuff. Let's just stay here. There you go. It worked.
Top plan.